Hello everyone, welcome to the Grim Dawn solo Oathkeeper playthrough. This is going to be a bit of a different playthrough than the normal. I'm not going to be going through every moment of this playthrough, you're not going to see every moment of this. What I am going to do is go through the areas of the game, go through the bulk of my level ups, go through equipment that I'm picking up, and discuss bosses, heroes, etc. And talk about why I'm making certain decisions, things you need to watch out for as a solo Oathkeeper, things of that nature, right? All of those lovely things. So early on, obviously, because of the speed of progression, both in terms of equipment and levels, you're going to see a lot more of the early game because of, again, that rapid progression. But as time goes on, you are going to be seeing more pop-ins. You're going to be seeing the hero fights, you're going to be seeing the boss battles without killing the ads between, right? Because that's what I want to cover. Pretty much everyone knows sort of the sequence of how things run. It's more of, how do you adjust for dodging? How do you adjust for, specific pieces of equipment? How do you roll specific ways? How do you approach improving a solo Oathkeeper? Things of that nature. And of course, there's always going to be that variability with each run, which is why Grim Dawn remains fun with multiple playthroughs. So we're actually going to start right off the top by, and I want to talk about these first skills because in my video on the actual class, I did not specify what you build and when. And that is primarily because currently this is partially dependent on whether or not you are playing alone or if you are playing with friends or other people. Generally speaking, before the most recent update, before you got to dodge, it was pretty much a dealer's choice type of situation. You would go Aegis of Menhir if you wanted that ranged attack, right? Or you would go with Righteous Fervor for the melee attack, right? It really depended on which one you really needed to do. It really wasn't a big deal. Nowadays, and in the past, incidentally, by the way, in the past, if you were playing multiplayer, it was always Aegis of Menhir, but if you were solo, it was a preference, and you wanted Aegis of Menhir specifically because you got the stun, you got the taunt, right? With the dodge, I lean a bit more towards Aegis of Menhir because I can dodge away to, avoid some damage from something substantial and still maintain pressure because I can dodge, throw my Aegis, and then run up. Right, or alternatively, I can throw my Aegis, dodge in, and start attacking. So with the dodge, I find the Aegis to be a bit more of a stronger option here, okay? Just from personal experience, is Righteous Fervor still effective? Yes, it is. But when you dodge away from that, okay, you are stopping your damage completely until you re-engage, and you're not going to be able to dodge immediately after your initial dodge, obviously, because there's a cooldown on that. So you're going to take slightly longer if you need to dodge, and a lot of heroes, a lot of bosses have abilities that you really want to dodge. So generally speaking, general rule of thumb, whether you're solo or playing with other people now, with the dodge being introduced, Aegis of Menhir is usually going to be your better option, okay? So just a quick aside there. Now, obviously, you're going to be looking at the fire and physical damage version. I didn't assign the shield. The Aegis of Menhir, let's assign that really quick. It's not like these zombies are going to be a serious problem. But, generally speaking, that the Aegis of Menhir is going to be doing, is going to be that preference for you. And you are going to obviously be doing that fire and physical damage. To this specific end, I grab usually, how's this belt? It's not as good. Now, cold resistance and poison acid resistance actually matters in the early game because you do fight zombies that deal those elements, so it actually does matter a little bit. I am going to be using Francis's gun for the short term. Obviously, this is not going to be a long-term thing. I generally don't use... I don't have that much energy needs right now. I generally don't use guns with Oathkeepers, primarily because with the Aegis of... At least with solo Oathkeepers, let me rephrase that. With solo Oathkeepers, because you have the Aegis of Men here, there's really not a huge need. You have all kinds of, you know, ways of getting around ranged enemies. You have, of course, the dash, which the name of it is Virus Might. I wanted to call it Tectonic Shift, but I knew that was an addition to it. So... And we're just going to, you know, go right on ahead and increase the Aegis of Men here right away so we can maximize that damage right off the top, which is going to really help us when we are dealing with Kizog. So we're just going to roll that Aegis of Men here up right off the top. The other advantage of Francis's gun this early on is we get to avoid close contact with that poison damage left behind by the dead bugs, so we do also have that advantage as well. We can clear out these ads beforehand. Oh, I accidentally stepped forward. That's on me. And the stun, of course, can help keep him away. And we're just going to take care of business here. That's actually a pretty good Barog's Bloody Arm, but I'm not going to be using it because I don't do bleeding damage. Oh, that's a lot better, but I don't have... I can get the physique, though. That's not even a problem. Throw that on the floor because we really don't need it. It's not going to sell for anything worthwhile anyways there. Alright, that was an interesting welcoming party. Anyone else over here? No? Alright. Just going to take care of this really quick. That when we go down there later, we don't have to deal with quite as large a horde. You're just going to be a pain in the neck about this, aren't you? Yeah. Small damage, I know. Now you're in range, because if you can shoot me, I can throw a shield at you. That's not really a problem. I know these guys are going to come up. Oh, you saw me already. Alright. No, you don't. Alright. We need to get this situation a bit better in hand here. Hello. Use our Constitution to heal up there. Get rid of that guy. Alright. We're seeing these zombies get out of control a little bit here. You can see where the range allows me to maintain my distance here and better control my damage income. I could even use Constitution earlier, as you noticed. I'm doing about 500 damage a pop with the shield, which is really nice. I'm not throwing it as often as I probably could be, to be honest. My accuracy isn't that great either. We're just going to have to... I've let the zombies get too out of control here. So we're just going to go on ahead and dodge around and throw shields. I'll just dodge right into that Aether bit. That's fine. Can we get rid of you? No, we can't. Alright, we'll just throw the shield in. This we don't need. Interesting skull. Not bad, but I'm sure I'll find better. Oh, that's actually not bad. I can. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use this. We need the armor. The health isn't bad either. Although obviously not as impactful this early on. Don't care about that. We obviously don't have the physique here for those either. We do not have the cunning. That's fine. That is fine. We're also out of Constitution, which is slightly more concerning to me at this particular point in time, but that's fine. We will be okay. You get out of here. Goodbye. Nice of the second wave to wait so long. Goodbye. How is this? Nah. Go ahead and bust that out. That's nice. Alright, so our devotion. So obviously, of course, again, we will be going for the Obelisk of Men here. I intend on at least going initially for a poison acid Oathkeeper because I find them much more fun to play, but that might change as well. So what we're immediately going to be doing is I'm going to be going for the Tortoise here, because I am not going for the physical damage. I won't be going for the Assassin's Blade. So we're just going to go right for the Tortoise. And I'll probably want to rush to Resilience really quick as a result, just to get that in there. Although I'll want to max my shield throw and, what is that called? Righteous Fervor. I can never remember them. I have some kind of serious brain cramp, honestly. I should have been able to remember that. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be going for, so... Now, obviously, the main problem with Kizog, of course, because I really didn't talk about him as much as I probably should have. The main problem with Kizog is just the numbers, really, which is why it's a little bit easier to use the Aegis. That's not good. And, oops. Back to Devil's Crossing. And before we talk to good old John here, I'm going to be making a detour trip to an island of wonderful toys, aka Slith. Now, these guys, it's also another really interesting moment where when we come back here to do the side mission for the scientist guy, whose name I can absolutely never remember for some unholy reason, when we do his quest over here, the Slith are pretty poison resistant, so that's going to be quite the interesting problem here, since, again, keep in mind that since I am doing the poison vitality setup with the Path of the Three, that is going to be a bit more of a problem there, because poison is obviously the predominant damage form there. I am going for constellations earlier than I normally do, before I would try to save them up for legendary difficulty, but I'm not doing that because of the change in how the scaling on things works. I have nowhere near enough physique for that, but because of that change in scaling, I now am pretty confident in going for it, especially since, again, we can skip right to legendary, so the shrines are going to give us a really nice bit of experience that we can use to make that transition smoother, which we want. So, that is the plan there. So I will actually have more devotion points by this point on the return, or by the return point, I suppose I should say, not this point, but I'll have more devotion points by the return than I have before the update, because it's just, now with the current update, it's just better to grab the devotion points earlier on, because of course the experience you get from the shrines scaled, I believe it probably still does, I haven't checked, but it scales technically with difficulty, right? And actually, I believe it scales specifically with the area you activate the shrine in, which of course increases with the difficulty. I'm not sure which it is. I've never actually bothered testing because the end result doesn't change. It's just a matter of knowing the mechanics behind it, which hasn't ever really mattered enough to me, right? Whether or not it's tied to the area or if it's tied to the difficulty doesn't really make a difference. At the end of the day, you're getting more experience for shrines on higher difficulties, and for later shrines, obviously, which is why I think it's tied to the area, unless it's preset, which is also possible. Regardless, we absolutely have everything we need now to grab these devotions earlier on and help us prepare better for the future. A Slith necklace, which is excellent. This is one of the reasons why I like to come here so early. Excellent pair of pants. Drop that pair, so we can save up room for clothes that actually sell well. I can tank these three, that's not going to be a problem. My offensive ability, you can see where I need more offensive ability. I'm missing like half my shots here. That's a mild exaggeration, but I'm missing a good portion of my shots. It's definitely a problem. Don't need that. Get that out of here. Grab these. And grab... Who is he? Anyways. Um, that's a reference I bet no one was expecting. How do I fudge that dodge? Alright, anyways. Grab the note. Now, I know a lot of people like to grab the note before they even leave Devil's Crossing the first time. I don't like to because at this difficulty, enemies still scale on the lower end, and the lower your level compared to the average area, the more experience you get, the higher the less. So I don't like to grab that book right then and there. I will be grabbing out some scrap here. These items. This is actually a great time to make this a reminder really quick. I will be giving away these items here. There's more on other characters. On the Friday midnight going into Saturday this week, you get a bag. And I'll be rinsing and repeating from the Saturday to Sunday. I don't know why I separated those out. And I also have one spare anyways from the guy giving me the quest, because I forgot about that because I was busy talking about other things, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, back to the point. I will be giving away those items. The password is... It's going to be an online game, but there's going to be a password. It's like... It'll be in the description. I already have what the password's going to be. I'm having a mild brain cramp. I think it's 211224, I think, or something like that. Or 42. No, it's 2112... I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm having a serious brain cramp right now. Obviously, it'll be in the description, what the password will be. That will be... There's a scrap that I somehow missed. That will be... Let me see. This is coming out on Thursday, so that'll be midnight tomorrow. Alright? It'll be this character giving away the stuff. The character's name is Solo, just because I'm real inventive with names. But... just so you're aware, as a reminder, I made an announcement a month ago, but just as a reminder there, really quick. Now, the reason why I didn't immediately go down into what I call the Slith Cellar to finish that quest is because the Slith in that area are actually a higher average level than these enemies here, so if you go down and do that right away, you're actually going to be getting less experience and less effective items by a little bit in this area. Not by a whole lot. It's not like game-cripplingly different, but there is a mild disadvantage, which will hurt your short game a little bit in the long term. So I don't generally like to do that. But just so you're aware, so I generally wipe out the 3 zombies, the 3 named zombies from that other guy. Alright, that was a complete whiff on pretty much everything there. So I like to do the up to the 3 zombies first. I will be going for Bernard's Chewed Buckler as well. I don't normally go for the side bosses, the optional kind of bosses, but for right now, the slightly chewed buckler, unless I'm really unlucky, is going to be a really great shield for the long term. It typically is. Again, I might get unlucky and get a bad shield, but that's not very likely. So we are going to be doing that here. Obviously, if you aren't using a character that busts out shields, that's not going to be a concern. You can safely skip our friend Bernard. Even though that's not the guy's actual name, it's just who I call him because when I first played the game, I thought he was called Bernard and that it was his buckler, and I was a confused young lad. So I've always called that particular monster Bernard, even though I know now that is not his name. So it's just what I call him. But we're going to be looking for Bernard. Nice distance, nice distance. Yeah, you're going to hit me with a couple of those, that's fine. That was the worst. I'm not quite used to the dodging cooldown for some bizarre reason yet. Whoop, forgot about that. That's not a bad shield, though. Even if we got unlucky, that's not bad. Oh, hello. Oh, we can swing that, too. Alright. It's a bit early, but we'll go on ahead and bust out that vitality damage. We can't equip that yet. We can't equip that yet either. I don't even know why I'm holding this. Get out of here. We don't need this. I'd rather keep the vitality damage, just in case. Let's see if Bernard's Cave is over here. Bernard's Cave is not over here. That means it's north. All right. And bop you. Now, I have also been given a request to cover the John Bourbon boss fight as well, so in the late stages, I may grab Occultist as a second mastery to better prepare for that. Why Occultist? If I do that, I will drop a video as to why, but I will not be forgetting that this was originally a solo Oathkeeper. I will be talking about that. Do not be concerned. Now, you will also notice, outside of the initial skill selection, that I have not much talked about how Oathkeeper responds really to a lot of these areas. I've mentioned the Slith become a pain later on because I'm going for the poison build, but that is obviously not something that holds true for the fire physical. That is a slew of goons shooting darts at me. Let's take care of this little problem here. Get out of here. We're going to take care of you really quick too. Get out of here. We're going to grab this really quick, though, just in case there's some spicy item in here. Oh, no. I know I need offensive ability, but the armor drop is too big for me. Anyways, yeah, this area is also quite problematic for a Path of the Three Oathkeeper as well. Alright, we're going to have a pretty serious problem here. Because unfortunately my armor isn't that great. We're just going to play Ring Around the Rosie, honestly. It's fine. There's the shield throw again. You can see where if we cluster them up, we get a bunch of hits in a row. So we're just going to stand right next to that guy. Missed the guy that I wanted, but that's fine. That works out just fine. Hit you once. Miss both shots. Cool. That's fine. Can we get you on the rebound? There we go. Hit you once too. Get you with that. Get rid of you. We'll deviate around a little bit here. Dodge. Not have my shield up. Get rid of you. Oh, I didn't have the energy. Whoops. I thought it was a cooldown thing, and I'm like, that should have been up. It was, but I didn't have the energy because I was not looking at my energy bar. Alright. Incidentally, no, I cannot hear the game. I don't usually have audio on for this. You're hearing it because I've turned it on for you. I actually have a headset plugged in. I just don't have the headset on. I'm listening to classical music in the background because that's generally how I play this game solo. I've been playing the game this way for years. years. I don't usually have the volume on. That was a really nice shield throw. Get rid of you really quick. Alright. Use the Constitution to heal up a little bit here. Absolutely delicious. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the ads first. Okay, you hit a little bit harder than I was expecting. That's on me. Oop. Oh, I walked into that. I did not think it was going to come around that way. Fair enough. It's the spikes that are the dangerous one. Yeah, I healed just in time for that one because I missed my dodge. No, we're good, we're good. Ouch. You coming over? Yeah, there you are. There you are. Get that energy back. I missed again. Okay, we're just going to heal up as a precaution there because I'm out of Constitution. I know those poison bombs are going to be absolutely devastating if enough of them hit me. Get dodged, son. Oh, that hit me. One of them hit me. Nope, not today. I'm not sure if that hit me or not. It looked like it should have, but I didn't see the damage hit. That almost killed me. Get dodged again. I missed. I need to do something about my offensive ability. Without sacrificing armor, ideally. Although at least when I get the tortoise, that I'll have the defense bonuses too. At least outlast, even if I miss half the time. Alright. But of course, missing this early on in the game isn't that unusual. Okay, that's a bit of a concern. We're going to be okay, but we get any other hits, we're screwed. You coming around? There you are. Goodbye. Okay. This is what we wanted. That's something, yeah, we can use in the short term. That's going to be pretty nice for a while. We're just going to go on ahead, pop this up, use that, throw that on the floor. We can equip that. We can equip this. But the poison resistance and the pierce resistance are really nice. Now, we're going to keep those boots. I need the resistances more than I need anything else. Interesting. I don't need that. I don't need occultist at this point. Now, there is a specific reason that if I do grab a second mastery, it's going to be occultist. I'm going to summarize it, but if I make that change, or if I make that addition, let me actually be a bit more specific, then I will drop the Oathkeeper occultist video early, but essentially the benefits of improving solo Oathkeeper are maintained in a very unique way by the Oathkeeper. I do not have all 3 of my sliths. I only have 2. Lost track. I lost track. Silly me. Alright. You're not... Okay, a second thing that I'm not sure you know, you may or may not. Only the Slith Shamans drop the necklaces. It's not just any Slith that can drop them. It's only the ones that shoot the water balls like this guy here, the Deepmire Shaman. There it is. There it is. As I speak, as I live and breathe, there it is. The 3rd Slith necklace. I somehow did not pick that up. It's not going to make a big difference because I'm about to get the Slith Tongue, which is going to be better for me with the poison acid damage, which I'm going to be coming up on real soon, but we'll take it probably for, I would say, tops a level or 2. We really need to equip this ring. It's already equipped because I didn't have any rings, which is pretty unusual, actually. I usually get something in terms of rings by this point, so that's a bit unusual for me. I'm pretty fortunate with my rings. I actually had a rare ring drop by this point with my last character, so that was pretty nice, but not this time, apparently. Get rid of you from a nice, healthy distance. We're going to go on ahead and activate our healing prematurely here. Get rid of you. Go on ahead and get rid of you. Not really a problem here. No, he's not here. Okay. A lot going on here, so we're just going to go on ahead and take this one a little slowly, because I don't want to get blasted. That's not... Did you see me completely whiff that? Oh my goodness. Alright, I can tank this. That's not a problem. I'm not close enough for that, so we're just going to go on ahead and do that. Get rid of these. I'm not even sure that's worth it. It was. Alright. And then we have you guys, which... We're just going to go ahead and control the flow here a little bit. Get rid of you. Come in here so we can actually see what the hell we're doing. Did I miss? Or did I hit someone else? I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure what happened with that one. Not ideal, but it's better than what we have. No. Alright. Gonna grab the loot down here. Probably zombies spawn at that crossroads. Yes, indeed. Let's see if we get any good loot out of this stuff. Gold band, that's nice. I don't do cold damage, but it'll sell. I don't do bleeding damage, but it's better than what we have anyways, so that's fine. No, burn. Thank you. Get rid of you really quick, and then the rest of you are just regular scrub zombies. Kill you off slowly so my energy regenerates a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's... What's his name? Milton. Alright, pop in here really quick, see what's going on in here. Just this. Oh, no, there is the chest. Okay, I was going to say, there's only a chest in here. I thought I'd missed it. I had not. Okay, and Milton Heart. Now, Milton Heart is interesting in that he's actually decently fire resistant. This is made fairly obvious by the fact he breathes fire, for Pete's sakes, but it's nice to... It's not necessarily always the case, right? we're really not going to have that much of a problem with him in the future. Unfortunately, he doesn't get stunned, as you can see. Stunning is absolutely not happening here. We can survive one more fire breath. Then we'll hit that. Yep, there we go. We're fine. Menhir's Will activates. That's fine. Just gonna get rid of you really quick. There we go. Alright. And then, of course, we just hack away at him until, boom, eventually he drops. Because we're not really in any serious danger here. Oh, that is a really nice shield. That's even better than Bernard's. The block recovery is a little longer, but the damage is better, and we get better stats out of this. The 3% physique is really nice. The defensive ability is really nice. The resistances overall are slightly better. I'd rather have the 12% physical this early in the game than I would the missing 5% poison acid. So we're going to want to equip this. Obviously, we can't right now, but we will soon. This is a soldier helmet, but it'll sell. That's actually really nice. We're going to go ahead and equip that. Throw that to the side because we don't need it. Read the note. I'll be really honest. We don't need this. We don't need this. I'd rather have the 6 health regenerated per second. Offensive ability and casting speed versus the physique and the armor. Now we need the physique and the armor more, personally. We need to crack open the Journeyman's Pack, though, so I can eat some food. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and whack this mole. Good old Julius the Decayed. Oh, we've got... Alright. Take out the ads first, then, really quick. Going ahead and heal up there. Good attack speed on this saw blade. Now, you might be wondering why I'm taking so much damage. He actually has retaliation, which isn't really that big of a deal later on in the game when you have better defenses, but obviously at this point my defense is not that great, so it actually hurts you quite a decent bit at this point. You can actually see it every time I hit him, right? Which just makes him fighting him a little bit of a pain. It's a little bit, actually it's substantially easier the more people you have with you because you can disperse that damage out in a way. So it's, because you can, all of you hitting him, you all take the same individual amount of damage for each hit, but because there's more of you, you're doing more damage total for this, basically the same amount of hits. You know, you're kind of dispersing out the responsibility there. That shield isn't as good as the one we picked up recently, but that's fine. I do like this, but I don't think I'll actually wind up using it because I think I'm going to get the Slit Tongue first. Two-handed weapon. Oh, no, it's one-handed. Where did it go? Oh. Nope, that's the Solid Club of Decay, which is still pretty good. Where has this... Why am I having a... Hello? That's Carver's Bone. I did not pick it up because I don't have the space because it's badly organized. I was going to say, I thought I picked this up. I did not. Not great, but it'll sell. You know, the resistances are really nice on that, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. My ring fell off. My ring is back on. And we're going to... Oh, you're a problem. That is not a great place for you to be. Can I take you on separately? We're going to go ahead and stun you, because that's apparently something I can do to you, which is really nice, while I deal with your ads and charge up my... Or miss your ads, whichever happens. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't that bad, actually. I'd still rather have the armor and the physique at this point. Boop, boop. Hello. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a problem here with all these Rift Hounds flailing around here as well. At least you get stunned. I always forget that you can get stunned. Because the other two don't stun. Get rid of you. Whoop. I'm just trying to get rid of these, There we go. Oh, wait, you hadn't quite burned to death yet. Silly. Oop. Come on, there you go. Rack up some burn damage on you really quick before you reactivate your ring. Boom. Or maybe you don't even get the chance. That's fine. No, the health and defensive ability are going to do me better, even with the 3 less armor. Sure, we'll take that for the time being, but I doubt I'll use it. We don't need that. Now, we're only really coming in here for the shrine, but I intend on going through the whole cave because sometimes a totem spawns in here, and that'd be really nice for some maybe really great drops. If, of course, it does, in fact, spawn in here. But, also importantly, we get our hands on the Slith Tongue in here. Well, corrosive one, too. That's even better, because that is going to be more acid damage. What? Get out of here. Oh, I missed. Shoot. Alright. Well, we'll just get rid of you guys then. This is fine. My goodness. I'm telling you. Alright. Still not as good as this club we've got, which is fine. That happens. I mean, the club is just an absolutely beautiful drop. I really lucked out with that one, to be really honest. So I'll probably be using this club for a decent bit of time, actually. Alright. Come on. Come on. There you go. Going ahead and grab this. Get rid of you, actually, really quick, because you're going to be a bit of a problem. Finish you off. Get rid of you. Stun you and kill you before you even recover. Beautiful. Boom. Health and defensive ability. Ooh, look at you. I don't need you, but you can sell. There it is. That's not what I would just picked up. What am I doing? Shoulders. That's the one. I don't have the physique for that yet, but that is some really great shoulders. That is fantastic. Okay, so no totems. That's fine. I'm going to go on ahead and slowly take you out here. So we can maintain this action here. Okay, you're a hero with some pretty beefy attack speed, so we're going to have to start dodging around here. You're a problem. Okay. You get stunned, right? Yeah. Stun you. Hit you once. Good. Hit you once. Stun you. Stun you. Hit you once. You burn to death. This is fine. Stun you. Finish you off. Get rid of you. Perfect. And then we can just outdamage you, because even with your reflection going on here, I can just heal up off of that. That's fine. Not off of that, but heal up. Outpace that with healing, basically. We're fine. I don't even need to stun you out of this at this particular point in time. We are pretty much fine. And there we are. Okay. Good physique increase. We don't really need spirit yet. We will later on. 134. Yeah, we don't have the... Oh, that's right. I don't have a lot of room. But we can reorganize. I'll be going back to Devil's Crossing pretty soon anyways. It's a ripoff. Actually, we're going to have to go back now because I do not have the space. Alright. First, we're going to sell some trash. Which one of these did I really... This is the one I want, I think. Yeah, this is the one. We don't need this. We don't need this. We want this. It's the other ones we don't need. We don't need this because of the club. We aren't going to need the offhands. The hat we don't need. Blood seal I'm going to keep for future reference. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Actually, I'll probably give through that giveaway as well. These boots we don't need. This belt. No, we don't need that. This hat we also don't need. This dagger we do not need. This vest is something we want. Yeah. Go ahead and report that in. And turn in the amulet so we can get that really nice one. Perfect. Can throw this on the floor because it doesn't sell for anything anyways. Put our crafting components in here. And our aether crystals. Alright. Grab the loots that we left behind earlier. We also didn't check the loots that were left behind by the totem. And then we'll come back and do the cellar there. That's not going to be a problem. Yeah, that's just not great. That would have been great if I had been a shaman. Blood carver. Yeah, no. I mean, lots of great elemental damage. Good physique, good resistances. Nice increase in health. But I think I'd still rather have the health regeneration at this particular point in time. Gun we can sell. And a one-handed sword we can also sell. Alright. But first we're going to go down into the Slith Cellar and take care of that little problem. Okay, I see you. Alright. Let our Constitution heal us up a little bit while I look at this. Good block chance, same block recovery, better damage. Physical damage we don't need in the long term. We almost can equip this now, I think. Yeah, we're very close. Next level up, I think. We'll be able to do that. That is fine. Now. Here we are. Oops. Go on ahead and take care of this. Now, this is really usually a very intense point for a lot of builds. A lot of characters, I should actually say, not builds. Because how possible or easy this is really depends on the number of spiders. This is one of the worst case scenarios I've seen. There's a lot of spiders here. They broke out of the door by just shooting, which sometimes happens. You generally don't want it to happen. It's generally... You can see where I almost died there. My last character only had like a dozen spiders, which was significantly more manageable for pretty obvious reasons. It's very much a potluck, you know, how bad is your luck kind of thing. Oh, hello. Oh, no. I should not have started that with you. I should have taken out some of your ads first. Okay. I cannot wait till I get the multi-hit Aegis. I'm gonna need it. Okay. No, we're good, we're good. You I can out-damage straight up. I've taken care of the problem, which was your ads. And you also get stunned, which is beautiful. At least, at this difficulty, you're getting stunned. I don't know if that's going to hold true for the future difficulties. Final March. It usually doesn't hold true for the future difficulties, by the way, for heroes to be stunnable. It depends on the hero, really. But some can be stunned at this difficulty and not be stunned later on. You know what, guys? Back there, I want to relax. My poison resistance is... it's 21%, which isn't that bad for this point. Definitely could be better, though. We're going to take this slow. Come back here. We're good. Take care of you. We're fine. Okay. And grab this. Heal up here, get rid of you. Alright. Oh, a totem up there. Very nice. Come on over, fella. Get my righteous fervor up. Keep it up. Good, we get to get rid of all these ads before they become a problem in conjunction with... No, you don't. Alright. Get rid of you really quick. I can't carry? I can carry, it's just not picking it up. So we're going to have to leave that temporarily, because I need to keep my Righteous Fervor going here. Alright. Do you stun? You do. Okay, like most heroes at this point, you do stun. Oh, that's a dangerous rock. We don't like those here. We are not good. I did not dodge early enough. I overestimated that. Goofed that one a little bit. Oh, they're right there. Okay. You want to come on over? Okay, how many did we get at the attention of at one time? That's not who I wanted to hit with that, but okay. Okay, there you go. You're not a problem. There you go. Alright. I'm gonna let the poison... Oh, criminy, I forgot that some of these guys drop these. Holy cow, I hate those things. Holy cow, that's really early drop for a ribbon. That's... I don't even know why I bothered looking at that. That was an offhand. Actually, this is not bad. I need the physique. The spirit's nice. Attribute requirement is nice. We'll slap that on. And... well, I mean, it wouldn't really make a huge difference here. It's actually better than that anyways. We can grab this, which gives us the really nice increase in our Aegis of Men here, which we'll take, because that's going to give us some really nice damage increase here, which I always appreciate. I was kind of hoping you were not going to see that other guy, but alright. You at least have the decency to run fast. Come here. You also get stunned, which is really nice. Okay. Megaton Punch, huh? Okay. Oh, that wasn't that bad, but that's fine. I like how I'm basically playing hot and cold with this other guy here. Alright. Did he miss, or... because I whiffed my dodge badly. No, he just sucks. Okay. You're just dead. Like, honestly. And you're just gonna... there's something wrong with that particular attack. It does not hit me at all. Which is kind of funny. I'm not even sure I need to stun you. I mean, it's faster if I do. Yeah, see, it doesn't hit me at all. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't... okay. That's new. And... ding! Boom. Ah, I missed. Of course. Okay. Blood Moon? Yeah. You know... it's actually not that bad, but it's still not something I'm going to equip because I still want that 18 health regeneration. It's still better for me. Hey! Alright. We're going to go ahead and grab Dreeg's Reproach so we can start doing our Vitality Acid damage, and then we grab good old Presence of Virtue here. Now, Presence of Virtue is something that we're not going to be able to max right away. It's worth noting that because this reserves like 10 energy per. Alright? Keep that in mind. So over the next, say, 10 levels, it's going to be 160 energy. We are going to be cutting way down on our energy. I just wanted the first couple of bits here so we get some decent... I'm actually going to put one more point here. As I mentioned in the build guide, the improv skills, I do like the 2 energy regeneration per second, so I am going to bring it up one more level before I start working towards resilience. Now, this is also going to give me the 5 points here, which is going to give me a good amount of spirit here. This is going to give me an approximate, I can't remember off the top of my head, I believe it's like 25 or so spirit total. That's... I'd rather have the fire resistance at this point. We don't face... Well, we have a decent amount of aether damage. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to switch that. Energy regeneration, aether resistance, fire resistance, physical vitality. Yeah, that's... For the short term, this is going to be much more useful. We'll take that. I'm still doing physical damage. Not doing a ton of vitality damage quite yet. Alright. Okay. And this is really the first serious boss where dodging becomes really significant, alright? Just from that attack there. I mean, the rest of the stuff that he does isn't really that damaging as long as your poison resistance is halfway decent. Alright? Even though he did get a bit of a mild buff, and there it is again. Because that sigil is what really hurts you. That's going to get you. You need to get out of my face. Now, you'll notice we're still making decent progress here on his health, despite the fact that he's got a little bit of resistance to poison acid. This is because I'm still doing the physical fire damage with the shield. This becomes just more of a slog when you go full acid vitality, but even then, again, he really doesn't hit that hard a lot of the time, so it's not really that much of a problem. Getting a lot of stuff I don't need. That's... Okay. This is a conversation piece. Alright. On first glance, this looks incredible. Alright, this looks fantastic. We get 6 acid damage, plus 18% acid damage, 58 offensive ability, which is the real star of this show. Good amounts of defensive ability, increased health regeneration by 10%, increased armor by 5%, and 12% aether resistance. Absolutely amazing sounding, right? And it is, but it's not quite as amazing at this stage as you would think. Now, ignore the fact that it's level 20 for a moment, because we'll eventually get up there. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, jewelry, because it doesn't give you armor most of the time, jewelry you don't have to replace long-term if you don't want to. The trick here is, though, a lot of this is percentage-based. 18% acid damage does me very little good at level 20. Increased health regeneration by 10%, again, doesn't really do me a lot of good at this particular point. Now, because I happen to be toting around a belt that gives me 18 health regeneration, plus all the other health regeneration that I've got anyways, that's going to make a bit more of a difference than it normally would, but that's just because I got very lucky with that belt. Okay, the armor increase, 5%, again, isn't that much. I mean, look at my armor here. Right now, I only have 82. By the time I'm around level 20, I'm really probably going to be looking at about... I would say between 125 and 150 armor. It's only going to be an increase of like 7 armor. It's a big deal for my character, but it's not as big a deal as it looks like first blush, just because of where I'm at, right? This is actually nice. That's a lot of health. That's a lot of health for this level. 105 plus 6%. And I don't do elemental damage. The spirit drop is going to be a bit of a problem. The bleeding resistance is nice. The armor increase doesn't really matter. The defensive ability is really nice. The lower armor is a bit of a problem. I'm not sure if I'm going to go for that necessarily. Put our devotion point in. Get our tortoise. You know, I think we can get away with this. And yeah. Easy. Easy. Now, again, you're going to notice that I'm not really putting anything into cunning. It's all physique and spirit for my stat increases. This is not accidental. I need to put this ribbon on. This is not accidental. Because, you see, I am going for the Poison Vitality build, right? Which very specifically does use the spirit. I mentioned this in the improv skill guide, where that's one of the reasons why I kind of prefer, even though the devotions are a little bit wacky for the solo Poison Vitality Oathkeeper, the devotions are a bit of a problem, but the stat distribution is easier, right? So, generally speaking, that's why I prefer that. Yeah, we're going for the Overlord Tarnished, because that's just better for me. We just replaced our torso. That's not worth it. That is something we just replaced. That is potentially very interesting. I didn't notice this before. I know I picked it up, but I just didn't check it. Maybe. Maybe. No, that's right. We want to keep this separate for the time being. We don't need that either. Alright, and then we'll talk to our friend Bourbon. And this will conclude this episode. Now, I don't know how long this episode is going to be. I just recorded a bunch of footage. I'll do it according to, you know, when I talk about relevant things. That's going to be a lot of this, alright? So you're going to see a lot of, again, the early part here. As time progresses, I'm only going to primarily be stopping to talk about bosses and heroes. Now, at this early stage of the game, I didn't do a ton of talking about bosses or heroes because there's really not a ton going on yet. It's very early in the game. As I mentioned before, a lot of heroes can be stunned now that won't be stunnable later. This isn't really a point at which we really start to have a lot of conversations about, you know, oh, you know, this is a problem at this point, because we're still so early on in the game that it's not really that big of a problem. When we start hitting like level 20, 25 is when that begins to become more relevant, or we actually have something approaching a genuine build at that point, right? For example, I am again going to be trying to go for resilience over here really quick because this is going to help keep me alive. This is also going to give me some more stat attributes here, and we also get to convert our Aegis to Aegis of Thorns for that acid damage. Of course, we're not converting the physical damage here. We'll be doing that with Path of the Three later, right? And of course, we get Avenging Shield after that. Now I'm going to temporarily skip Avenging Shield because it is going to increase its energy cost before we're ready. Yes, we do have Presence of Virtue to help with that to some extent, but we're going to want to relax on that until we get to Resilience. At the very least, we get 1 point in Avenging Shield and get that 1 point in Aegis of Thorns, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put more into Presence of Virtue at that point because we'll have some level ups, we'll have some attribute points, we'll have more spirit for a higher maximum energy, right? Because if I did it right now, I would wind up with like 250 energy currently, and that's not going to fly. I mean, this costs 60 energy here, this costs 7 per attack. You've seen that I've been having a bit of a hard time with my energy management. It's not as bad as it used to be before the update, obviously, but it is something you want to be keeping in mind, right? So, just as an aside, we're going to put 1 more point into Presence of Virtue, and then we're going to go on ahead and pop up to Resilience, which will, again, help keep us alive. 1 point here, 1 point here. Finish this up, alright? That's generally where I'm looking to go here. And then we move on, we grab Consecration, we grab Haven, we have ourselves a lovely time, right? And that's generally the plan here. Until we get to eventually the Guardian of Empyrean, we convert them to Scions of Dreeg, and we grab Celestial Presence and Path of the Three. And then maybe I splash in the Occultist. Again, there are specific reasons for that. If I do, again, I will drop a video specifically on that and why I'm doing it. Alright, that'll be a bonus video, right, for the Christmas season. Anyways, with that being said, again, one final reminder from, let me get the actual specific date here. Let me bring this up real quick. On the well, this video is being released Thursday, so tomorrow from this video's release, the 22nd of December 2023, from midnight to 1 a.m. moving into the 23rd, which is a Saturday, I will spend 1 hour handing out items approximately filling up this space. Blues, purples, maybe the occasional green. Because I want to clean out my inventory and start mostly fresh. The only thing I'm keeping is the crafting materials. Just because collecting them is a pain in the ass. I still have PTSD from my early days of Grim Dawn, where you had to get them up. You had to collect those piece by piece. Alright? Never again. But outside of that, outside of the crafting components, the rest of it is gonna go. And this is just the first, all this stuff. This is just the first wave. I'll be doing the same thing from midnight the 23rd into the 24th. I'll be doing the same exact thing. Okay? I might extend it by one more day if I have enough stuff, but whatever. The password that I'll be using for this to get into it, the character's name is going to be Solo, just because I'm so inventive with names again. But it's just going to be open to the public. You're going to get a bag's worth of stuff. It'll be pass locked. The password was announced a month ago. I'm going to put it in this video's description. It's going to be right at the top. Because I have pretty short descriptions anyways, because almost no one reads them anyways. But that is the plan, okay? So, with that being said, thank you very much for joining me. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, please ignore me. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, ideas, suggestions, or requests, please leave them down in the comment section below. And thank you all very much for joining me, and have a great 24 hours.